Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Had a bit of a failure yesterday. I was literally live for 3 seconds and I managed to spill Coca-Cola all over my laptop. So that was a bit bad. Luckily I ran for paper towels and God knows how I've managed to keep it out of the actual motherboard. I didn't have any screwdrivers at the moment or at the time, so I turned off my machine instantly, dried it out and took it to work. A colleague of mine actually did have the screwdriver, so I opened it up and found there was literally nothing in there, like not a drop of liquid was spilled in there. So while I was in the machine, I figured, well, I might as well just get rid of the dust, and I did clean some other components just because, was already opened up anyway, and turned it on again, and it worked perfectly. I was so incredibly lucky. Best part is, I spill all over the keyboard, and none of the keys stick either. Maybe that'll happen in a couple of days, but the machine still runs, so I can always go up and clean that afterwards when trouble would actually appear. Now I'm doing a stream again on my AI systems, and actually wanted to share a nice little bit of information first. I've tweeted about this a couple of times. I'm quite a big fan of books. Let me actually show you. I've got a bunch of books on AI. There's the Unity specific one. I quite like it, except it is pretty much for beginners. That means though, if you're looking at the stream and you are interested in AI development, don't really have an idea where to start, this would be a good one to pick up. It really basically explains how AI works and how you can build that up. The current AI system I'm working on is my 3rd or 4th revision, and every time I was working on it, I learned something new and figured, well, this is actually a better system. I could rewrite it, or I hack it in what's currently there, or I can start from scratch. I didn't do everything from the ground up every time, but close enough. And that book actually did help me out. I'm gonna hold this for last. There's another book. These are really, really old books. If you can find them on eBay, like I think the first one, which is the Game Programming Gems. Oh, let me try and fix the glare a bit. Game Programming Gems. That one is it's got really good topics on AI in there. I don't think it's super expensive, but you might end up paying quite a lot. I know Amazon is actually overpricing on these, so I would just keep an eye out on eBay. After the Game Programming Gems series, that publisher did a series on AI game programming wisdom, and again, this is all on the topic of AI. It is quite advanced, but I use these books whenever I think of something, and I go through them and basically try and figure out, have other people already done something similar, and what can I take away from it, and then I build my own systems. And lastly, these 2 books I just showed, the publisher, I believe, if I recall correctly, stopped printing them. Holy shit. Hold on, guys. That was an explosion somewhere. I'm sorry for the quick break. That was really weird. I was sitting here streaming, talking to you guys about my AI books, and there was a big piece of firework, I think, that went off in close to our backyard. Not sure if you could hear the bang on the mic, but holy shit. Anyway, my dog's all scared. Hey, Charlie. Hey. Yeah. Um. Anyway, continuing with where I left. So I think the publisher of those books went out of business, or just stopped printing them because they might not have been selling that well. But the guy, I think the guy that wrote those books wanted to go on and found a new publisher and released this one, Game AI Pro, and recently released Game AI Pro 2. This is a really good piece of reading on AI, and the best part is, and I tweeted about this yesterday, and let me show you guys. So I tweeted about this for anyone interested in AI programming. The book they released, the one I have here, they released that for free. So on GameAIPro.com, you can find that this is the second one that they released, and this is the first one. And if you scroll down, you can see Game AI Pro, and all the articles are on their website, and you can read up on those. So I just wanted, taking a bit here, but this is actually really good stuff to read if you're interested in AI. And I wanted to make sure that you guys wouldn't miss out on that. There we go. Let me put these to the side a bit. So today's stream, I'm going to continue with my AI system. Last time I left off, I did fix the bug that I was looking for a while, and oh, hold on, try and still manage between two monitors, not that used to it. I fixed that, and I had a couple of things that I thought, not that happy with in the code, and one of those was the solution I was using for weapons. I'll show you how that works currently. So my AI agent basically has its weapon directly attached through a variable here, and which is part of the actual weapon being held, and that has all the variables set up. It works. Let me show you. So when I ran the game, didn't add any effects yet, but if I go to the debug view, yeah, you can see the black lines, and those are basically bullet traces. And like I said, the solution I'm using for that, I don't know, it works, I guess, as you can see, but it doesn't feel right. I mean, what if if they drop a weapon and another AI comes across it and thinks, oh, I want to pick this up, then it drops its current weapon that already is functional actually, and it can pick up a different weapon, but it just doesn't feel right. I mean, I can't do any secondary weapons. I have no idea how to solve melee properly. Currently it's attached to the weapon, but it's not part of the weapon class, and whenever I want to make a melee character, that wouldn't work either. So I thought about it for a little bit. What I decided I'm going to do is, why did it make two of them? I am going to create a weapon container. Now this is much like an inventory. Any AI can have multiple weapons stored. It can have a shotgun, it can have a handgun, it could have grenades, and it could dynamically switch between those. Now, mind you, I haven't entirely thought of a way to define where the AI is going to think of where it's going to switch, but I do want to implement such behavior. So I did a tiny start on my weapons class. An AI now has a weapon container, and the weapon container contains a list of possible weapons, and whenever they switch it out, it would set the current weapon to be the current weapon equipped to be whatever weapon they choose. I've defined 3 methods. Weapon swap, so it can swap between its active weapon and one that is in its inventory. I think best way to see this would be like a backpack where he swaps weapons from. He could pick up a weapon that's lying around in the field, or it could drop its current weapon. And if I want to, remove a weapon or whatever, then I'll have to look into that later. I think this is all that is required for now. Hold on. So yeah, that's what I wanted to look into today, and see if I can get something like that implemented. Now, currently, I have an AI weapon class, and I was thinking of how to refactor this, and I wanted to start with these 3 variables. To me, they're a bit ugly, and if I look down, it says to do, remove and fix in editor. These 3 variables I feel shouldn't be in here. Only thing in AI weapon, in my opinion, should literally be weapon setup. Now, how am I gonna handle melee? Good question. I don't know yet either. I could set that. I think I'd need to set that up as a separate weapon, where it would either be always active, so that they can use that weapon, their fists, alongside their gun or whatever they'd be holding. I'd still need to think that through properly, but I think for the sake of the stream, it's actually interesting to see how I can refactor this. Another thing is that I haven't set it up yet in the AI base. This still links to a weapon and a melee component. First thing I want to do is remove that, but if I do, that might actually cause us a bit of trouble. As in, it will give errors because it uses those quite often. However, you know what? I think this is actually a good place to start from. Pick up weapon. That actually highlights something interesting. I need to create a variable that by default sets up a weapon from an agent is backpack. So again, I'm gonna take this out, and we're gonna add a function here. It's called AI weapon default setup. Sounds okay to me. And whenever this gets run, oops, I can actually reuse this. I'm lazy like that. I don't want to have to type everything. So start, and that is gonna call that function. And I don't often do this in my declaration, but I think this is one of the few that I can set up the script in here, and for very, very rare instances I could override it. Like I said in my previous stream, I'm using a virtual overwrite method in almost all my classes, so that I have full control over what certain classes perform. I could want to make minor tweaks to certain behaviors for different types of characters, and I can do that using that. Interesting fact, actually. After yesterday's massive spill, I went out and bought a little bottle that has these drinking thingies attached, because I'm super paranoid of breaking my laptop, and I don't want to have to go through that horror again. So whenever I want to drink, I open it up, have a bit of drink, and close it up properly again. Now, obviously, one of the things that we need to define as well is tell through a variable which weapon from our weapon list we want equipped. And by equipping, what we basically want to do is we want to create the weapon, put it in our hand, set it as current weapon, and be able to use it. So we need to add a couple of things. We want a variable that says which weapon is going to be equipped out of this list. So that will be a AI weapon default from we're going to call it default number, default list item. That sounds alright. So by default that's set to 0. It's just going to load the first one. Now I'm wondering if I should create all the weapons and hide them, or not, or if I should destroy the game object and create it. That might cause issues, but then again, if I hide it, it might start shooting out of nowhere. Let's just go with simply creating it. So that actually means that this list, no, wait a minute, this list would be available, and I would hide and show it because it links to the AI weapon itself. Therefore, actually, that also means that I would need a variable for the current object. Alright. Still don't like this. We'll look at that next. So, for now, I'm going to have the if the current equipped weapon exists at all, then what do? We are going to get the game object. Oh, what was that again? Weapon object. Set active false. So that's going to turn it off. Next up is we are going to set the current. Are we? No. So we're going to make a AI weapon variable, new weapon, which is the weapon we want to. Oh, actually, hold on. This is perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to swap it. So we're going to integer swap item, swap number. Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry for just going off here. The difficulty with streaming and programming at the same time is that I need to be wary of what's going on in the script so as I don't break a lot of shit. But I also need to keep in mind that I'm streaming, so I need to explain what I'm doing. And sometimes those two don't properly mix in my mind. So I'll be trying to pick that up a bit better over time. But for now, I'm sorry. Just bear with me. If you have any questions about whatever I'm saying, please make sure to ask me in the chat. I'm monitoring that over on my other screen. So as soon as I see it, I'll get back to you. Back on topic of this though, whatever is in here will be setting up there, and we can set that up with the default list item. So whenever the game starts, it's going to set up a default weapon, and the default weapon is just going to call the AI weapon swap, which is something that we can perform at any time for the character to swap out its weapons. But we're just making sure that certain systems are properly reused where possible. So checking if I have a current weapon, and if I do, then don't set it to be active. Then I am going to store the next weapon that we are going to be swapping out for. Sounds about right. We're going to make our current weapon equipped the weapon that we need, and the only thing that we need to do now is actually store a transformation for the hand where the weapon is going to be located at. So current equipped, we're going to have a public transform because that's going to be the bone of the hand, I assume. So AI weapon hold transform, something like that. Sounds right again. We are going to set our current weapon active because we stored our new weapon as a current weapon. We're going to make sure that it's active, and we're going to parent that thing to the hand, and therefore we need the weapon transform dot parent. Why can it not find that? So this is a AI weapon, and an AI weapon should contain weapon transform dot. No, there you go, no problem. And the only thing we need to make sure now is the position of this object, and I think the rotation as well actually is being reset so that it snaps to its hand properly. So its local position is .0, and same thing for its local rotation is 0. There we go. That's all there is to it for swapping the weapon. Next thing that we need to do is to make sure that wherever we call our functions for shooting our weapon, it's actually going to properly use the current equipped weapon. we have earlier on commented out weapon and melee, so there's going to be script errors on that, but we also need to make a link in here for our weapon container so that we can reference that from any of our other scripts. So I'm prepared for a bunch of errors. There you go. Which I obviously need to fix first before we can assign anything. Sure. All right. Weapon and no extension method of weapon. Yeah, there you go. AI agent dot weapon container dot currently equipped. I'm going to simply copy this and replace that. We don't have melee, so I might as well just comment it out for now. Does not contain a definition of weapon and weapon. There you go. Obviously this is a quaternion. Rotations dot identity. There you go. There's more. Well, we just keep going. So if I have a currently equipped weapon and do that, so if I have a weapon at all, a use timer, weapon, use timer, melee. Again, I'm gonna simply comment anything melee related out for now. Melee threat. There we go. More errors. This is just going to be a simple copy paste job. Weapon transform. There you go. I think actually in the ragdoll what we should do at some point is for every weapon that's currently in their inventory, when they die it should sort of spray out. That'd be funny. Oh, come on, we should be almost there. Weapon, weapon, weapon. Yay! Alright, so we can finally hook up our weapons container. And that's it. Next thing we need to do is obviously set up these. Current equipped. Yep, that's gonna fill in, but we do need to store the hand. Where is it? Right hand. I think that's it. Yep. So gonna store its right hand as being the hand that is gonna control the weapon, and I currently have a weapon here. What I'm gonna do though is I am going, what's this set up as though? I think this is a handgun, so I'm just gonna rename this for now. At some point what I want to do is continue. I want to tidy it where I have a folder that contains all the different types of weapons that I can have in the game, and I can just simply drag those in. But in order to do that, I might want to again clean up the scripts and stuff like that to it. For now though, that doesn't matter. So I'm gonna add the handgun, and the best part is that as soon as I run the game, this should work. I'm gonna hide these for a moment because they're probably not set up properly, and we'll find out if it gives errors, and it did. So the variable weapon transform hasn't been assigned. We can probably fix that really easy. Yep. Just simply doing this. There we go. Store that in our variable. There you go. He has a weapon now. Oh yeah, one of the other things that I've actually enabled is that he, in his movement, now has a wander behavior. So there's a radius for the AI agent that gets generated, and in that radius he's allowed to move to a random location. It's interesting because they're not spotting each other at all, which is kind of cool as well. I'm getting a bit of an error here, but yeah. Oh, but that's in our old setup as well. This one doesn't seem to give me problems yet. It's good. Is this the moment they're gonna clash? Sweet. Yeah, this should be it. There you go. This is going to give me a whole bunch of other errors, I think. Yeah, like I said. But unfortunately, I'm not sure which one of them is giving me the error. I should switch that. I think all of them are giving me the same error. Oh no. He decided to relocate. Come on, you can do it. He's not deciding to shoot though. That's interesting. Did it comment at the wrong thing in the in here? Fire it. No, I didn't. Huh. Let's see. So weapon use timer. Let's see. Show me your weapon. You've got a handgun, which is awesomely attached. Oh, I don't have a AI base attached, so that could be it. No. Current equipped. Is that one? Which is about right. Huh. My sound is off. I really can't do much about that. It's better, but I didn't change anything. Oh. Love those fixes. Where was I? Yes. AI attached base isn't being updated, so I want to probably do that in somewhere in my weapon code. I no longer need to do this. So transform is, yeah, there you go. So transform setup, this one is set up, and I need to in my weapon container I am going to default setup. Do I want to do that in there? Yeah, I do. So, or do I want to do that somewhere else? I need a new function actually, I think, for this, which is going to set the owner of the weapon. So as soon as we pick up, we would call that as well. As weapon swap default setup, and that is going to be AI weapon set owner. Owner, not Owen. So that needs a AI weapon, and then weapon dot attached AI base is AI agent. There you go. That was easy. And in our default setup, we'll make a little loop here. So for each AI weapon in AI weapon list, we want to say AI weapon can I do this actually? That'd be cool. No. Weapon dot set. Hold on. I need to, yeah, that makes sense. Need to call this like that. So that's just going to tell as soon as this weapon container is created, as soon as the weapon, or as the container is created, which is done automatically as soon as the AI gets spawned, it's going to make all of the items that he's currently holding to be his. And it's probably going to take a bit again before they find each other. So I'll show up the debug view again. Oh, he spotted someone. Is he doing a shooting animation now? No. Damn you. But this seems to be less errors. Let's see. There's something going wrong in the controller. Why is there something going wrong in the controller? Good question. Probably because I set up... Where do I set that up again? Container, controller. Find references. So, that's on the controller. Now, AI weapon. Oh, that's interesting. I actually do set the attached base up. Meaning it didn't execute this for some reason. That was weird. That's very weird. Because I would assume this is... Oh, hold on. I actually never... No, I don't actually. So this needs to move. Actually, both of these functions need to remove and need to be built into our container. And what does this do? Alright. So I'm going to add it, and I am going to remove it. Doesn't know about agent. I think that is AI agent. There you go. And that needs to be current equipped weapon. Drop. No, that's not correct either, because this I need to do that in swap. So if I have a weapon equipped, then I'm going to remove this and I'm going to set, so that might also have been the reason why they weren't firing, because the physical trigger made for the weapon wasn't being pulled by the AI. Yeah. Let's see. God damn it. Frickin' errors. Weapon container. Clear handles. Oh. I'm gonna build in... No, I don't want to do that. I actually just want to say unequip it. There you go. Fine. There you go. What was going on there is that when a character dies, it would drop its weapon, and obviously you don't want it to constantly keep pulling the trigger when it's dead. So yeah, have to turn that off there. Might have to figure out a more elegant way to that one as well, but that'll be of later concern actually. Make the AI drink Monster. Well, I tried feeding my computer Coca-Cola yesterday and it didn't like that, so I'm not going to try and pour Monster over it. Come on, fire. You can do this. Oh, yes, he's firing. That seems to have worked. But they are obviously clueless on what the hell they need to do. Which is funny, but what is he firing? Oh, he probably still has the really long wind-up animation set up. And he's just gonna murder them because they don't know how to respond. Yeah, one of the next things I'll have to do is take out the old debug test AI. Replace those. Oh, there's something seriously messing up there. That's not good. How the hell is he not dead yet either? Wonder how much health he would have left. Probably like 1,000,000. No, his state is set to dead. Huh. There is an error here. Oh, obviously. I see. Yeah. So, for this to properly start working, I'll have to remove these three. Yeah. Remove these three and update them to the proper new AI agent script setup. So, sorry guys. It's been a blast. Before I do though, I should current health 100. Yep. He has a handgun. You know what? I could actually get the other guys back. They all have shotguns. And I could simply grab the shotgun and store it in here. Yeah. Store it in there, but not have it do anything. Yeah, that's good. There you go. That looks perfect. And we can hook that up as its secondary weapon. Will it hide? Nope. We'll have to do that. And, oh, no, that's not what we wanted. We're gonna have to hide this one manually. I also need to reapply that. There you go. Now, hoping this works. Yeah, he's got his weapon equipped. Oh, and he spotted them instantly. That's cool. Is he firing? Yes, he is. They don't know what to do. This man's relocating. I should be a war spectator, broadcaster. No, I shouldn't. Yeah, but we're gonna run into the same problem. As soon as he gets that guy's health to 0, it's gonna go haywire. But we just wanted to steal their weapons, so fine. We've got this one, which lives somewhere. Select. Yep. Now, actually, what I wanted to do, just for the sake of setup, I don't want him to look red in my hierarchy. Just want the white one. That way, at some point later on, whenever I create a new instance of these, I'm going to drag them out of here. Refresh? No? It'll create a nice, proper looking. Yeah, there you go. Now we've got one dude that has the handgun. Let's make a duplicate. Bleep. And he should be wearing his shotgun. And what we can do easily is set that up. Maybe I shouldn't make, well, yeah, whatever. I was gonna say maybe I shouldn't make this a number, but actually just specify a weapon, but that would make it a bit more complex. At some point I'll just make an editor that shows these as, I think, images or something, and you click them and it makes it appear as a different color. highlighting that it's the active default weapon. So that's Team Red. Let's actually change these guys back again to red to make them stand out. So there's that. Ethan Red. And I'm gonna make another duplicate of these, put them over on the other side. Yes. And they're gonna be blue. Character Ethan, character Ethan. There. Oh, that. All I would have to change is their, what's that? Faction setup. I think that's in behavior. Team. Yep. So he's going to be on team 2. And same goes for this one. He is going to be on team 2. Cool thing about that is that I can have unlimited amounts of factions. So this one is going to be red 1, red 2, this one is blue 1, and you are blue 2. Alright, save this, fire it up. We actually failed to set up the proper weapon for the shotgun again, because, yeah, AI base. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, there you go. So that, I think if I apply this, it will update it for all of them. Hope so. Yep, there you go. So they're going to be wandering about a bit again. Let's just maximize this for more fun. It's probably going to take a bit longer for them to find each other, but the interesting bit about what's going on now is it is way more random than having them send over to a patrol path somewhere off in the corner where they all meet up and start fighting. Probably for testing purposes that's easier to do, but this theoretically could take a year before they find each other, but also when they find each other and where they find each other is always going to be random. So the results will vary way more heavily. I think that's cool. That's what you want out of an AI system. Oh, I think that top 2 AI might spot each other, or they're going to completely walk off in a different direction. Oh, there you go. Stop facing the wall. Oh, yeah. Red spotted something. He's going for the tactical position. And he's going for shooting. And now obviously everybody gets warned, because one of the things I've built in as well is that sound could affect or could influence their behavior. So when they hear loud sounds, they'll get alarmed and they'll start going into investigate mode. Bam, red has won. And if I'm correct, I don't have errors. Whew. That was quite a good refactoring. What we've done is we've managed to swap out the weapons script for something that is a bit more unified as being a weapons container. And and we've gotten back our basic functionality that we've had when I started the stream, where I decided, you know what, I'm going to make this better. So, yay. That's actually way quicker than I expected this would be. Oh yeah, I need to check. Am I still using this? Ah, damn it, I am. I really wonder if I have a better way of doing this. Could I inherit? Wait a minute. I think if I inherit weapon from base behavior, then base behavior already contains... Oh, that's going to be a problem. So if my weapon drops and somebody else picks it up, it will still contain a link to the previous owner through that, through the inheritance. And that's going to make things weird. How would I go about and do that? That's an interesting problem. I think I might actually keep that one for a next stream instead. I'm still not a fan of these, but I do kind of need them now for a weapon container and a ragdoll. Let's see, what else do we have in there? And the weapon transform, but we're using that to attach to the hand of the character. Well, let's just keep them for now. I mean, I could go on for ages trying to solve that, but it works, and we'll get to that at some other point. One thing though that we stripped out has been melee, but I am not sure how I need to re-implement melee. Oh, hold on. Well, that'd be ugly. I was gonna say I'm gonna just inherit melee from a weapon and have it run as a standalone third kind of weapon that's that an AI could use. Or I attach it to the weapon itself. I find this difficult. I'm gonna have to think that over a bit. I'll sleep on that. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't need command actions. Controller, that one worked. This is the editor for that. I think I'm going to end with having this currently refactored and running again to something that feels more coherent. And I will do, in my next stream, I'll go more into depth and try and find a neater solution to handling, swapping the weapons, doing actual melee, and then hopefully after that would be cool we could do some team betting. So we're gonna put bets on which team is gonna win, and then we're gonna try and do some interesting setups. Just have fun using the AI system. Oh, there you go. Actually, yeah. So one of them's using a shotgun, one of them's using the regular weapon. They all got the same health. I think we did well on this stream. I think we did well. Oh. I just love watching AI go at each other. Oh yeah, final thing I wanted to check is it's AI animate. Was it animate? No, it was actually in the weapon where the raised, there you go. Alright, so the raise and lower times were still set to really long. I'm going to change those back. And apply. Oh, I think the one thing I broke though, yeah, doesn't matter. All right. Well, I'm gonna go watch who wins, and I'm gonna end the stream today on that. Sucked that was having some technical issues on beforehand, but hey, you know, it's always better than dropping a whole glass of Coca-Cola over your laptop. So a little tip for you guys: don't do that. Oh, they've spotted something. He was turning around going, hey, I heard something. What's all the commotion? Oh, and he's joining in now. Bam. Oh. He's like a surgeon with that shotgun, damn it. Yeah, red won. Alright guys, thanks a lot for joining in. Hopefully next time I can stream a bit longer. And we're going to be looking into refactoring. The melee needs to be made active again. And then I think one of the next things after that might be interesting is to add some little effects. So we don't have to watch in our scene what's going on with firing and stuff like that. I mean, if we could just hook up some light sources or something to the weapon, and as soon as the trigger's been pulled, you see a little flash going on. I think that might be interesting. It might be more fun to start watching the AI and go at each other and have dynamic lighting options and stuff like that. I think that'd be a good one. But for now, hope you have a great evening and hope to see you next time.